Welcome, dear one, to week 3 of this Wise Woman training. It's such an honour and a privilege to welcome you to this third week with our beloved guide, Mary Magdalene. And so I would love to invoke Mary into the space, into this field, into this training together. So if you feel inspired to close down your eyes or perhaps to lower your gaze, and perhaps just bringing left hand down to the womb and right hand to the heart, taking some deep breaths into these feminine power portals. These access points into our humanity, into our divinity. Any exhales out of the mouth, so welcome. On that exhale, perhaps pouring out any tension, any holdings, any fears, any expectations. And when you're ready, perhaps bringing both hands down to the womb, cradling your womb. As I invite you to start to inwardly visualize an open, vast space, whatever landscape feels most resonant for you. And in the distance, I invite you to visualize a tower. Again, in whatever way, whatever style, whatever era this tower architecturally looks like. Just allowing that visualization to appear as you start to walk towards the doorway of this ground floor of the tower. And you reach the doorway, you open the door, maybe you start to smell perfume of rose starting to enter into your nostrils. Slowly you start to walk up the spiraling staircase, bringing awareness down to each step of this spiraling path. And you make your way up to the very top floor, and you reach the door. You open the door, and slowly you start to enter, and you visualize in this space beloved Mary Magdalene, however she wants to appear for you. She's standing by the open window, and you walk over to her. You greet her, saying however you would like to greet her. And your gaze meets hers, and you start to synchronize your breath together. With every exhale, softening, sinking into this shared rhythm. Feeling the love and the warmth emanating from beloved Mary Magdalene. She sees you so clearly, so lovingly. And gently and slowly she introduces herself. She introduces herself by one of her many names, Mary Magdalene, the Magdalene, the Migdal, the feminine Christ, the beloved companion, the divine human, priestess. However and whatever way resonates with you, holding that introduction. And you introduce yourself. You bring yourself, your name. You bring your mother line. Maybe your paternal mother line as well. Any ancestors that want to be here right now. And she invites you to look out of the window and into the distance. And she explains that her name, Magdalene, comes from Migdal, which means watchtower. And so she explains that she is able to see into the distance, to see into faraway places, only from this steady and rooted vertical base. This symbol of the tower itself. So this symbol of the tower, this vertical meets this horizontal vast plane, this structure, this vertical masculine quality opens out and allows for this horizontal feminine visionary capacity. And she gazes back to you. She looks deep into your eyes. And she tells you that it is time. It's time to activate the exalted masculine within you so that you too can be a watchtower, that you too can stand strong, that you too can rise rooted. And she explains that for this to happen, perhaps there needs to be a grief ritual towards the masculine. All of those times and parts where you've rejected the masculine, where you've been hurt by the masculine. Allowing a process to emerge so that this can ultimately be transformed into healing. So this ultimately can be transformed into forgiveness. So that you can start to integrate your aligned masculine to support your vast, spiraling feminine. And she asks you what needs to be grieved with regards to the masculine. And she asks you what needs to be healed with regards to the masculine. And she asks you what needs to be forgiven in terms of the masculine. And so, with this, she now explains that it is time for you to part, to continue on your journey of this integration of masculine, of feminine, into the divine human that you already are. And so you bid her farewell. You say thank you in the way that resonates most with you. Very slowly, you start to leave the room. You close the door behind you. You walk down that spiraling staircase. You open the door out onto that vast landscape. You close the door and you walk back the way you came. You walk yourself back into your body here now, breathing deeply into your womb. Feeling the womb cradled by your palms. Taking some deep, deep breaths. Softening. And gently, when you're ready, maybe coming back with eyes open into the space. Or perhaps staying with eyes closed. And so just integrating that Mary Magdalene invocation. Perhaps you'd like to pause the video here, grab your journal, allow any of the insights which perhaps came through to start to be recorded. With that, I just wish you a deep, profound, and healing journey so that we can start to come into and we can start to unfold out into this sacred union that Mary Magdalene really symbolizes in terms of that integration piece between masculine and feminine. And so I send you all deep blessings and bows of reverence. Until next week.